Hey guys, this is Asian Guitar 92 here. I don't know if any of you, my subscribers, have noticed I haven't really been putting out many videos lately. That's because I've been pretty busy with school, and during winter break I was waiting to get some stuff for my guitar, namely new guitar strings, and I actually got a new bridge for it. So I just wanted to give a little bit of an update here on what I've been doing lately. So, um, my guitar that I play on most of the time these days is I believe, 1999 Washburn MG40. The Mercury series is no longer in production. It's a pretty darn nice instrument. Has standard HSS pickup configuration, 5-way selector switch, master volume, master tone, 24 frets. And it came with a licensed Floyd Rose tremolo on it, which I have right here. This tremolo was pretty good for a while, at least at the very least at the beginning, right after I bought the guitar. It stays in tune pretty well, and it was a good start, but I ended up having a bit of a problem with it after a while, mostly due to the tremolo bar here. The way this bridge works is, I don't know if you can see this, but the block extends almost the entire width of the base plate, so that this bar actually screws into the block right here. And once I screw it in a little bit, the problem that I have is that it's pretty loose. It goes back and forth pretty easily. But the big problem is that it wobbles back and forth in the socket. So that made it a little difficult to do some of the stuff I wanted, like the extreme vibration at the end of the Master of Puppets solo. So what I did was I did some research after a while on the original Floyd Rose trem, and I found out that the measurements were about the same size as the licensed one that came on the guitar. And so I talked to my parents about it, and they actually decided to order me one for Christmas. So I got my brand new original Floyd Rose made in Germany by Schaller, which is the best one you can get out there. If you're ever looking to buy an original Floyd Rose, that's the one I'd recommend. It's the one that I've found the best things about when I've done my research on the internet. And last night, my dad helped me finish installing it right here. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but it actually says Floyd Rose on the base plate right here. I don't have very good lighting right now, so it's kind of hard to see, but there you go. It's Floyd Rose. The nice thing about an original Floyd Rose trem, the newer ones at least these days, the bar screws on a little differently than on my licensed one that I took off. So you can see here it's got this little bushing screw, and it's got these two little posts that are coming out the sides of the bar, and those will actually stop it from moving down any further on this screw bit right here where the arm fits in the socket. And so the arm just pops right in until it hits those little posts, and then you screw this down nice and tight like that. And the arm is still free to move left and right a little bit, but it doesn't wobble back and forth at all. So it's a much firmer feel. Another benefit over my licensed one is that the tuners are much smoother. They actually go up and down without any sticking or trouble. And the saddles are actually individualized for each string so that it forms a bit of a rounded top that matches up with the fingerboard in terms of the radius. The only thing I wasn't able to replace on here was the licensed nut, which still holds in tune very well. There's a little bit of grooving because I think it's cheaper metal, because the licensed bridge was made in Japan and it's a licensed bridge, and guitar companies always use licensed bridges on their slightly lower end guitars because they're cheaper. It's just the nut that I ordered with the original Floyd Rose ended up being too small. Eventually I'd like to replace the nut too, but for now the licensed one works just fine. So the biggest issue, if any of you out there have a Washburn MG40 and want to replace the licensed Washburn 600S Floyd Rose, I actually saw someone asking about this on a forum a while back when I was doing research about it. I had to re-drill the holes for the posts for the stud inserts because the studs for the licensed bridge were too small, and one of them was actually quite loose in the hole, so that was a bit of an issue. But once my dad helped me get the holes drilled and file away a little bit inside the routing for the arm socket to fit, it's been working so much better than I could have imagined. So that's basically what's been going on with me lately. I'm planning to put up a cover of the Halo theme Mjolnir mix with the original Halo theme in the back by Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore, I think, and Steve Vai on guitar. The only thing I can't really do exactly is the harmonic sustain that Vai does in certain parts of the song, because I don't have a Sustainiac pickup or a Fernandez sustainer on this guitar. But I've made do just doing harmonics on my own. But before I go, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of how much easier this thing is to use and how smooth it works. Another thing that I noticed in comparison to the licensed one is that it's much softer in terms of its feel, and it's much more effortless, which is extremely nice. So, I'll turn on my amp here. Got some new strings on here too, finally. The ones I had were kind of dying. So, here you go. So you see there, it's very nice for dive bombs, and it's still perfectly in tune. And nice and level to the body. So this thing's also great for pull-ups. So and because of the way this bridge is set up, I was actually, in order to get the action set properly, the bridge ended up sitting up a little higher than the old one did, so I can actually bend up a little higher than I used to, which is really nice. But you can also get really nice vibrating out of it. For example, I'll show you this section of Knights of Cydonia by Muse. So it vibrates extremely well, and you can also get a flutter effect out of it. Which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's about it. So I'll try to get that other video up soon. So watch out for it. Thanks for watching. Bye.